Going into this game, we knew kind of their team philosophy is very much push the floor, lots of shooting. Game plan wise, what was some of the keys going into tonight?
Yeah, I think we wanted to try to make sure that 14 and 25, didn't get a lot of open opportunities. And 14 had some foul trouble in the first half, and then 25 went down with a knee injury, and so that was for their team, 33 stepped up and 22 stepped up. He's just coming back off an injury, and so both of those guys really took the place of their teammates. And we wanted to try to crowd them on their shots, make them dribble instead of just catch and shoot. I thought we did that pretty well in the first half. Second half, 22 started getting a little bit free, and when he hit the shot that put him up by 4, you just kind of had this feeling of, he's found his range. And so while they were making those shots, we were struggling to make shots, and we have to do a better job of executing on the offensive end.
Offensively, let's talk about the execution a little bit. What do you think was we were getting open looks, it's just some shots weren't falling, and other times we turned the ball over, and what was going on offensively?
Yeah, when you have 18 turnovers, I mean, you look at their I think they shot, I don't know how many more shots they had in the game than us, but I know it's significant, and when they're shooting the threes like they were shooting, it's hard to come out at the end with a win. I think some of it is just getting used to the speed of the game, getting used to what we're asking you to do, and some of it is just sometimes the shot doesn't fall in. We're not very consistent on the offensive glass, and that's something we have to improve on. It's like I told the guys in the locker room, it's Game 6, and it's a long season, so we're going to continue to work and continue to take those steps forward. And we're 3-3, which with this team probably not too far from where we should be. Bounce here, bounce there. Maybe we're 4-2 instead of 3-3, but we'll just keep getting better.
All right, Marshall, let's go to you. The last 3 games in particular, you seem to get more and more confidence with the ball, especially on the offensive end. Just talk about it being your first season to play. Talk about some of the confidence that you're getting as you're moving forward.
I've just been in the last 3 games. I've kind of been getting to the glass a little bit more and kind of taking the ball to the rack, and that's helped me score. And I've gotten to the free throw line a lot more, I think. But yeah, in the last couple of games, it was just those games I happened to have the ball in my hands a little bit more, and that's just how it happened, I guess.
Offensively, it seemed like we, as a team, kind of struggled with some of the double team and some of the coverages they were giving us, as Coach mentioned, 18 turnovers on the night. What do you think from your perspective are some of the reasons we struggled?
Well, I think I had a lot of those turnovers, and when they were hedging real hard on those screens. And I think later in the game, as we started to not turn the ball over as much, it was because we were attacking those screens more and not picking the ball up. So.
Corey, let's talk about it was a battle. These teams, very physical game, went back and forth. You're kind of inside, outside, setting a lot of screens and that kind of thing, but you came away with somewhere on here, 16 points on the night. A lot of that was just you setting the screen and then flashing in open opportunities. Just talk about your role on the offense.
Yeah, I feel like my job is just kind of be in the right place at the right time for the team so we can execute on offense. And it's kind of like a unit, I have guys setting me up, so I try and set other guys up too.
Talk about particularly your play against their big man, Ace Puckett. He had 20 points on the night, but real physical, real smart around the rim. Defensively, kind of your mindset of how you play against.
Yeah, I struggled on defense a little bit with him tonight. I think I just should have made a little more effort to make sure he wasn't getting to the spots that he was getting to. So I think, unfortunately, in the first half, I let him get to the spots where he's comfortable. So we'll just have to work on that.
As you guys, you kind of both answer this question consecutively, but as we've gotten to this point of the season, as Coach had mentioned, it's Game 6. We've got a very long season in front of us. But from you guys' perspective, what are some of the things that you look at and say, we're doing this really well, but we really need to work on this?
I think we share the ball really well. I think that we're giving a lot of effort out there, I feel like. So I feel like if we keep doing stuff like that, we'll start winning games.
Same question to you, Mark.
I feel like we've had every game. I feel like we have a little bit more where we'll have spurts that we play good, on the defensive end, and then we're just not all 40 minutes of the game. I feel like, but by January, February, I feel like once we start getting that and playing more consistent, I feel like we'll be good.
All right, Coach, going forward, got a tough opponent next Tuesday against Emmanuel College. At Emmanuel, always a tough place to play. What do you take from tonight going towards that?
Yeah, thankfully Emmanuel's not going to have those three guys that scored 64 against us tonight, but they've got their own guys. They returned basically most of their starting lineup, and they've started the season off. I think they lost last night, and then when we went into our pregame, I think they were down at half against Georgia College. So I'm not sure if they won or lost today. But regardless of that, they're just going to come out and play tough. They play great defense. They're a little bit bigger this year off the bench, and we're just going to have to go battle. It's a great opportunity for our guys to go down there and play because they play the right way. Coach Rosine does a great job of getting his guys ready to play. They play the right way, so we can learn as we're playing. And we've tended to play them pretty well. We've tended to just find a little extra against them. They were our first home opponent, in the first year, and so they make it very difficult to play against them. But hopefully we can go down and be ready and not turn the ball over and make sure we hit the glass better and not not give up big runs.